Hello friends, welcome back to AEMS online classes. So, we have completed the geography's class 8 the third lesson, that is humidity and clouds, and in that part clouds part we are going to study in this clouds. So what are clouds? What are the types of clouds? At what altitude which type of clouds are seen? Even which type of clouds bring rainfall, thunderstorm? That all things we are going to study in the next in the humidity and clouds third lesson. So let us start. So what is cloud? Clouds are a visible mass of fine particles of ice and water accumulated around the dust particles. A visible mass of fine particles of ice and water accumulated around the dust particles in the air at high altitude is called a clouds. Right? Is called cloud. So let us see in another word also I will tell that clouds are a form of condensation at higher elevation. Right? Clouds are a form of condensation at higher altitude or higher elevation. Condensation occurs around minute particles in the atmosphere. In the atmosphere, small minute particles are present. So, there the condensation process takes place. Condensed water or snow particles in the clouds are very fine and almost weightless. So, whichever the condensed particles are there, so they are very small and totally weightless. That's why clouds float in the air. Okay. Now let us see actually process how it takes place. You know water cycle which we have studied in previous classes. So land and water get heated because of the heat of the sun. Right? Air near the surface heats up and rises and becomes less dense. Hot air rises up. As it goes higher, the temperature of air reduces and the moisture holding capacity of the air also reduces. As the temperature reduces, as hot air goes up, rises up, temperature reduces, even the moisture holding capacity also reduces. But relative humidity keeps on increasing. The water vapor in the atmosphere turns into water and snow. So after evaporation, due to the relative humidity increase and the moisture holding capacity also decreasing, the water vapor which is present in atmosphere, it turns into water and snow. This is the dew point level of the air. The level of condensation is determined by the water vapor in the air. Condensation, how it is determined? The level of the water vapor. Okay. Keep in mind that the freezing point is also dependent on the altitude and water vapor. Even the freezing point also, it is condensation and freezing point. Both with the help of the water vapor present in that air, even the altitude, it decides the freezing point of that place. Okay, because of condensation, fine particles of ice and water float in the air and at a great height. So due to this condensation, what happens? These fine particles of ice and water, they float in the air, and afterwards they accumulated around the dust particles. So this all, whichever the particles are there, which are fine particles of ice and water, at great distance or great height, they go and accumulate near the dust particles which are present in the air, and their size goes on increasing. So they become larger in size. Their accumulation together is called as a cloud. So as the size increases, so that part or that structure is known as a cloud. Because of a vertical flow of wind, you can see in the picture also, because of vertical flow of wind, they float in the atmosphere like a kite which float in the air as it moves higher and higher. The clouds to float in the atmosphere because of the vertical flow. Clouds are found at different altitudes above the mean level. Clouds which form at a greater altitude are formed with the help of very fine snow particles. Clouds which are formed at great altitude or the higher altitude, they are formed by very fine particles, snow particles. The process of evaporation and condensation occurs consequently in the clouds. So evaporation and condensation occur continuously in the clouds. So let us see how actually the altitude, low altitude, higher altitude will takes place. Specific type of clouds causes rainfall on the earth. The proportion of vapor is more near the earth's surface. As we go higher away from the sea level, the amount of vapor decreases. Hence, the clouds at lower altitude are larger in size, while the clouds at higher altitude are smaller. Let us see the types of clouds and at what altitude we will find the such type of clouds. Cirrus type of clouds, cirrostratus and cirrocumulus. These type of clouds are formed at the higher altitude at the range of 7,000 to 14,000 meters above from the ground. So altostratus and altocumulus type of clouds, they are found from the 2,000 to 7,000 meter at the height of the ground level. Then near about 5 types of clouds, they are found in the lower altitude, that is stratocumulus, stratus, nimbostratus, cumulus, cumulonimbus. These are the 5 types of clouds which are found in the lower altitude, range from 2000 meter. Okay, so clouds are formed at, so it is a table which shows us at the altitude, range and the type of cloud. Just now I told cirrus, cirrostratus, cirrocumulus are found above the ground level from 7,000 to 14,000 meter of height. Altostratus, altocumulus type of clouds are found from the 2,000 to 7,000 above the ground level. Then 5 types of the clouds, these are found in the lower altitude. They are stratocumulus, stratus, nimbostratus, cumulus, cumulonimbus. This type of clouds are found in a lower altitude. Let us see one by one we are going to study about that. So in the high clouds, cirrus, cirrocumulus and cirrostratus type of clouds are found. What is the difference in these clouds? We will see. Cirrus type of clouds, mainly they are wispy. Wispy means they are thin. Cirrocumulus clouds look like a group of small waves. Cirrostratus are like a bed sheet with wrinkles. They generally have a halo around them. Halo means what? It is a geometrical shape in a circular form. Okay, so let us see medium type of clouds. Altocumulus and altostratus, these 2 types of the clouds are found in the medium type of clouds. This cloud includes this type of clouds like altocumulus. We will see altocumulus are in the form of layer type structure, have the wave like structure also. They are mostly white in color and have grey shade. Altostratus are not very thin They are thin and not so thick. The sun can be seen through them as we see through the milky glass. You can see in the middle picture the sun rays, they are passing through the altostratus type of the cloud. Okay, it is not so thick, they are thin in structure. Even the sun rays are seen or passed through these clouds. Let us see low clouds. Low clouds, stratocumulus and stratus nimbostratus. These are the low type of clouds. In this more two are there. We will study that differently. So this consists of 5 types of clouds. Stratocumulus have layers. So you can see the layers also. Their color is white to earthy. Round cluster of clouds can be here. Stratus clouds also have layers. They are ash colored and their base is uniform. Nimbostratus have thick layer. They are grayish ash in color and cause continuous rainfall and even snowfall also. So next one is cumulus and cumulonimbus that we are going to see. Cumulus type of cloud. These clouds are formed extensively from 500 meter to 6000 meter altitude. The vertical flow of air adds to the formation of these clouds. These are huge and dome shaped. They are grey in color. Cumulus clouds are an indicator of pleasant weather. The vertical expanse of this cloud increases so much that they turn into cumulonimbus clouds and bring rainfall. So according to the expansion of clouds, they turn into the cumulonimbus and they can cause the rainfall. Now cumulonimbus type of clouds, these are characteristic clouds which are indicator of thunderstorm. These look like huge mountains. These are dense and dark in color. There is thunder accompanied by lightning. They bring rain with storm and may sometimes bring hailstones, but such type of rains does not last long. The largest of this cloud brings rainfall accompanied with lightning. The top portion of this cloud has an anvil-like shape. Anvil means block-like shape. The clouds have a positive charges at upper end and the negative charges at the lower end. The land below them always has negative charges. Due to difference in the charges, electric charges are formed and lightning occurs. Lightning up in the sky for a moment. The air around the lightning rises up because of the heat and this leads to the large thundering sound. As compared to other clouds, the raindrops of these clouds are larger because they move up and down and lots of time they get accumulated, more and more water get collected. Drops become larger and larger and unable to float in the clouds because of their weight. So they fall in the form of rain. Sometimes the air in the clouds is very cold. As a result, this drop freeze and fall in the form of hail. We call them as hailstones. Okay students, here we have completed the lesson number 3, humidity and clouds. Let's meet in next session. Till then, thank you.